Hmm. Okay, I think I'm live. I'm live. All right. Okay, so can someone let me know in chat if you can hear me? Hmm? Okay, it's quite a delay. Wonder why that is. Anyway, what we got? You can hear me too. Okay, that's good. That's all I need to know. Rightio. Still getting the hang of this. Loud and clear. Perfect. It's a bit odd looking at myself on YouTube and then there must be like a 5 second, maybe even up to 10-second delay. I think that might have something to do with the latency, I think they call it. But that's okay. Actually, so yes, good morning, evening, afternoon, everybody, wherever you are. Um, yeah, okay. What have we got? G'day, hello to Brian Windmill, who was first in, and Scaly Models, who's off to watch the football. Popped in to say g'day. It's good. What else we got? Oh, with Jeff. Wherever you go, Jeff's there. You can always be. You can always be 100% sure of that happening. Okay. How's Jeff? Jeff's always well. Um, and Jeff's new camera, and your videoing seems to be working much better. It's good to see that editing doesn't take you so much longer anymore. Uh, who else we got in here? I don't want to miss anybody. Got to check through. Oh, of course, the Aussie Scale Modeler. Got to have him there. Good morning. um, and Scale Model News. There we go. Excellent. Rascals Hobbies. Howdy to you too, mate. It was good getting on, talking and seeing you on the live stream. It was up. Sorry if I look a bit lost. Yeah, Mr. Buckman's models was fun for a short time. Just trying to get things so I'm doing all right. That's good. All right. So, oh, there he goes. Jason's going to bed. Sure, he's been up all night. All right. Catch you later. And here's Southwest Modeler. Bloody hell, it's early. Yes, it's early, I know, but this is what I try to explain to everybody is most of my viewers are not in Australia. Like some are, but most of you are either in the US or the UK, and a few around scattered around Europe. So, and not only that, but with the time zones, but also everybody else is releasing videos and putting up live streams, and Paul at ISM's got one going every day, and I don't want to cut in on anyone else's. I noticed Nigel's had one up about an hour ago, and I think that's finished, not sure. But I've checked for the last few weeks and nobody's had one up at this time of the day. So I know that, well, this is good. This is a little open spot for me to sneak in and do it an hour and a bit. So it's all good. Oh, did he? I see. Oh, good on Nigel. Good on you, Nigel. Um, put my screen on full. Hello, Wayne. It's 1:06 p.m. here. Yeah, I thought it would be around the lunchtime mark in the US. And over the UK, I think it's probably about 8, 9 p.m. at night. So I've sort of got prime time for both. What else we got? I find it, I don't know if I mentioned, I use OBS Studio for the streaming, and I see the chat in there and I can watch myself in there, and it's no delay to me there, so it's a little bit easy to look at. Just trying to organize my desktop so that I can see better, because for some reason my chat's moved to the top of the screen. Anyway, where are we? Oh, it's 7 p.m. in the UK. Okay, it's earlier than I thought. That's good. Of course, it's Sunday here, so you're behind us. The weather I can report is dark. Yeah, it's dark outside. There's but I have checked. It's going to be a nice day. Possible rain this afternoon. But right now, you can give me weather reports from wherever you guys are, because weather reportings in chat seem to be a thing. It's 10 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that would be in Fahrenheit, but trust me, it's cold, but that's outside. What's it say? It's going to get up to 19 degrees, which is not, we're coming into, this is coming into winter. So yeah, it's about 19, 18, 17 degrees, the maximum for the rest of the week till next weekend. So, but it looks like not too much rain. Might be a bit of rain tomorrow. That'll be it. Not that it matters when you work. Where are we? Still on my OBS Studio, I've got the chat sitting along the top of my screen. It's moved there from the side. I must have accidentally clicked something. Oh, I got it back then. Oh, that's 100% better. Now, put your stream on full screen, says Wayne. Well, we get that back again. It keeps moving. I see. All right, well, we'll try and do that. Anyway, it's all fine. Who else we got? Someone else come in? We got James. Did I see James pop in? G'day. Oh, g'day, James. Look at that. I've got to give the typical, I always do this. I put the g'day reply back to James. God, it's strange being on this side of the camera. If I could spell properly. Like that. Copy. There we go. James. That works. And Nigel sent you. Yes, apparently Nigel's mentioned me, so good on Nigel. Thank you, mate. I don't think I've missed anybody in chat. That's good. Oh, there's 14 in chat. I'm pretty happy. And like you all know, this is my first time, excuse me, ever live streaming. And like I did on, where are we? On Buckman Models yesterday for a good, just short 15 minutes. That was the first time I'd ever been on anyone's live stream. They're having a chat with Eric and the rest of them. So that was fun. I am a bit camera shy, but not quite lost for words, so that's okay. And putting a face to a name, yeah, I know. It's not the best face, but you know. uh, what do we got? First live stream. Thank you, Dirks. Numa Files. Thank you. I do plan to do this once a month, just to give an update. I'm not just here to chat. I did make a list of things I wanted to speak about. I don't know how far we'll get through it. But yeah, once a month, I'd like to do this. Just give an update on what's happening. But what else? What was I going to talk about? All right, let's talk about something. This boat, get my coordination right. So my search and rescue vessel over there is going really well. See it sitting up there at the back behind me. Did some photo etch on it the other day. It came up really well. I'm at the moment working on the roof of the bridge. Don't hammer me for getting the words and terminology wrong. I could have said cockpit, but I didn't. So yeah, so on the roof, we have these spotlights, which I just did yesterday. Obviously not today because it's 4:10 in the morning. But there we go. I'm working on them at the moment. You'll see I've got the silver inside. My hand's shaking. I'm not nervous. I must still be tired. Trying to get that thing to focus. Just love my camera, as you would know if you watch my videos, focusing has always been a problem. So what I use there is some ammo MIG glue, which you put in there. PVA probably works just as well. You just drop that in there and let it dry, and it gives a lens effect. Gives it looks like it's got glass in it. So that's come up all right. Largen my screen. I'm not sure how. If I put it on full screen, then I won't be able to see anything, will I? Let's have a look. And James Mower sees a tank, yes. So just over there, there is the tank build for the group build, which officially started yesterday. I'm trying to get this screen bigger for you guys. See if I can do that, might help. No, it must be the camera setting, but I'll figure that out for next time. I don't want to break anything. So yeah, the tank build started yesterday. I'm going to make a start on it today. Unfortunately, well, I did the unboxing. I got a video of the unboxing of it, but I haven't got paint for it, and I've been having a hard time finding paint for it. I want to use like Tamiya as my go-to paints, but I can't get the desert brown for the North Africa version of the tank I want to do. And the guys says, no, you got to have the right color, got to have the right one. So I've ordered it from a website, which because can't go by air, it's coming from Melbourne. It'll probably take an extra day or two. So by the end of next week, I'll have a couple of jars of paint, some black Mr. Surfacer um, primer, and that the black is mainly for the figures that it comes with, which is something I've never done before either. As you know, I've never done a tank before either. I know it's not a ship. They call them a ground ship, so I guess that's close. But yeah, I know what it's like waiting for parts. Over here, the mail is, well, it's not bad in the country's all right, but anything coming from overseas can take quite a while. I know that some kits coming from Japan, especially if you go on eBay, they might have your estimated date of arrival is 2 months away. Like, serious? Yeah. So anyway, I've got the paint ordered, and there's a couple of jars of that coming, and I'll have that. But I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I need to paint anything in that kit yet. I can start putting some bits and pieces together. I think with tanks, it's more of a, um, what do you call that? You put quite a bit together and then you spray it all in one go, other than all your little accessories you got on there with your jerry cans and so forth. Yes, ask Nigel how to widen your screen. I will do that. No problem. I'm sure it's in the camera setting because I switched to live to full screen YouTube, but that's just for me. Yes, Tamiya paints are hard to get hold of. I just went to my local shop and he had hardly anything. In fact, my local hobby shop, unfortunately, is running into some hard times. So they're struggling just to stay open. They're only open 1 day a week at the moment, which is not good. So hopefully things pick up and yeah, the world gets better because I think we're over the worst of all that crap. But yeah, Jeff, you're right. I can do a lot before painting, so that's fine. It's not like I won't be able to do anything. And not only that, but I've got a fine room. Like my dining table workbench is actually, well, it's a full-time workbench, and I've got a fine room for a tank now. Like I build one model at a time. I don't know how people like, you know, model kit stuff, and even Nigel and them managed to do so many. I couldn't have like clear that table and bring up another build. No chance. What else we got? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the camera view and the camera settings. Well, there are settings here, but I just don't want to break anything. So the next one I'll have it sorted out and I'll speak to some of the experts out there. But as long as we got the sound and there's a video picture coming through, it's all good. So Jeff mentioned that he heard I went shopping yesterday, and true, I did. So here in Australia, we have a large retail store called Hobbyco, and that's the go-to place pretty much if you want to go into a store. They've got the largest range, and they have it was a 20 to 50% off sale. Now, I originally went there just to buy my paint, just that one little Tamiya 10 ml bottle of paint for my tank. And well, you know what happens. I saw the sale. So I went in there and I'll give you a look at what I picked up. Just a couple of things. So briefly, I've got a couple of German soldiers on bicycles. To give you an idea of the prices, that was $15 Australian. So what's that in US? $10. British pounds, I don't know. What's that going to be? Not sure what British pounds are, but yeah, cheap. Mind you, there's no boats here, so I'm sort of branching out finally. What else do I got? a Hasegawa X-29, strange looking jet with the wings on backwards. That should be interesting. Now, I don't think I'll build these on camera as a build, but who knows? We'll see what happens. There's a Lightning FM6, MK6, another Hasegawa thing. Um, and just like most things I build, I don't know anything about them. uh, then we got Academy, a cargo truck, US cargo truck. So, oh, get the camera right, get the glare off. There it is. So that'll be good. Now, this is a 172 scale. These are all 172 scale, I think, except for the soldiers on bikes. Good thing about this too is I got down, if you can see down in the corner there is my hovercraft I built. I got no shelf space, so I put it back in the box. But the other reason it's in a box is I don't have any vehicles in it. So I can put these in. I know this thing's a Japanese version of the hovercraft. Excuse me. These aren't Japanese, but anyway, they'll still fit in there. No one's going to know. Don't tell anyone. And Zavenka, I think I say that right, is a troop carrier. I saw that and I thought, oh, cool, boomerang. Then I realized it's a boomerang. So the boomerang is one of those ones you throw and it doesn't come back. What a bummer. Anyway, sorry, my attempt at comedy. And I know it's Russian. They're not real popular at the moment. So, but again, I don't know. I might. Who knows? I just picked them up. So I picked them all up for about $100, all of those. See, even that was only $35 for that. This was only $12. What's that? $8 US? I don't know. G'day, Andrew. Thank you for coming from Nigel, and thank you for subbing as well. Very good. Yeah, there's a few videos to check out. I've been busy for the last, I guess it's almost 2 years now. Where are we? May. Yeah. Gosh. It would be. It would be 2 years. COVID seems to have made the last 2 years go really quick, even though we did nothing. Okay, anyone else popped in I've missed? No, no, all good. Don't want to miss saying hello to anybody. So my list, what do we got? I spoke about the rescue boat over there, vessel, ship. Aussie Modelers Live, that will go up, our recording of that will go up tonight my time, which is probably in about 12 hours, 13, 14 hours from now. Aussie Modelers Live, quite the three of us, Jason and Simon. It's a funny one this week. We try to keep a bit more on subject too. What do we got? Oh, back from the garden, dog sitting, James. Okay. Wow. You'll get to, if you watch the Aussie Modelers Live, you'll see Simon's dog. I forget what type it is, but it's the cutest looking dog you'll ever see. It's his mum's, he's babysitting. Hobbyco kits, you saw that. Tick that off my list. There's just mentions. Mentions. Who am I going to mention? I'll tell you what, Andrew mentioning there that he only started modeling again after lockdown, a gap of 35 years. You know, a lot of people, I believe, have done that as well. And I also believe a lot of people have got into modeling that never did before because so many people were in lockdown at home with time on their hands that, well, what else are you going to do? buy a kit and start building it. And I really think that with the worst of all that over now, even though it's still around, I think that the hobby's really going to pick up because I think there's a lot of new people in it now that are going to stick it out and stay with it. Um, and that's my aim anyway of my channel is to show that I know it's great to have 35 years experience building models, and I mean that's handy to have. But even if you're just beginning, like I was, like literally, I picked up my first model only 2 years ago. Now, I must admit, there was one model that I remember when I was a kid. I think it was an F-18 or something I built. And I built a truck as well, but none of them I painted. Nobody told me you had to paint them. I do remember the decals on them, decals, wherever you're from, whatever. But I think that um, the it's going to grow again. Oh well, actually, scale modeling didn't take much of a hit when it comes to people doing it. We didn't lose people doing it through COVID. We gained them, and I think that businesses out there, whether you're a shop, supplier, or doing YouTube, um, there's people more interested, and it's something that everybody's getting into. And I think it'll come back slowly, though, like everything. You know, it's going to take years to recover, providing nothing else comes along and stuffs us up. I think I heard something about some monkey thing. I don't know. I'll tell you what I did. We had an election here just over a month ago. It was announced for the elections here, and I'm not politically um, anything to do. I don't like politics, right? I don't want to get involved in it. I mean, I'm sure it affects your lives, but But once that election campaign started, I switched off the news. I stopped watching the news, and I tell you what, it's so good because you hear so much bad news. Everything's bad news, and to go a month, it was a whole month of not listening to the news. Oh, it just focused on what I wanted to do in my daily routine, and made such a difference. And of course, just the other day, I thought, oh gosh, the election's over now. The Labor guy got in, whatever. I'm not making an opinion of what happened. But I think, I've turned on the news, watched the news. And then the first thing I heard was that terrible shooting over in Texas. I thought, oh, great. Yeah. And then I think it was the reporter talking about that, telling people not to listen to the news in too much depth of this, otherwise you're just going to get all worked up about it. Well, isn't that what the news does anyway? Anyway, so white glove models. G'day, mate. Sorry I'm late. That's okay. I'll just leave your late note on the table and we'll let it go this time, all right? Just don't be late next time. uh, hardest part of modeling is getting kits and supplies, says Jeff. Well, that's right. I think it's getting better though. But there's a lot of supply issues. Uh, I don't know why. Apparently, the cost of containers has gone up more than double, which that's quite substantial. That cost has to be moved on to somewhere, and it comes to the consumer who has to pay for it. Fortunately, when you've got a container full of model kits, you can spread that extra cost out over the kits. But think about people that are bringing in a car or one or two things in a container. They've got to friggin' throw that full extra cost of the container on that product, and that's just not going to sell. So, yeah, good times. Who else we got? Oh, look, there's a familiar face down there. Nigel. Hey, Nigel. How are you, buddy? I will go back and watch your last video you just put up. I'm glad I didn't cut in on your scene. I wasn't expecting that one, but and I hope you're feeling better, and I hope the you've found the cat. Is the cat okay? You know, everybody was asking if the cat was okay. That's all good. All right. Who else have we got? Anyone I've missed? Andrew, did I mention you? What have you said? Built models as a kid, and when I was in the UK Air Force, but stopped in the 90s. So it's great to start up again. Got a few kids finished now, plus now have a dedicated man cave. Lol. Oh, that's great. That's good. Hey, talking about man caves, my saw the bloody cat. Okay. uh, mate, you're not going to hear the end of that, are you? But anyway, until the bruises are gone, until then, you'll have to handle the mentioning of that. Um, Man cave, yes. Well, my whole apartment's my man cave. Uh, I don't have much space to be putting up models. I know people look at there, we get this coordination right. The wall. We've got to get the wall set up with shelves, people say, but I don't like the idea of drilling holes. Um, I rent, but I rent from my father. My father owns the apartment. I pay him rent. And if we go back years and years, I actually owned the apartment originally and sold it to him. We keep it in the family. So, yeah, but I guess some shelves up over the lounge over there would be nice too. Um, yeah, and there's also quite a few paints on the way here apparently as well. Um, who we got? Paul's from International Scale Modeler. Oh, good to see you in here too, mate. How about that? I'm feeling really wanted with all these people. I'm not even looking at the numbers. Should I be saying give us a thumbs up down there too? Let me have a quick look. I'm watching it through my OBS studio and I'm looking at, oh, it's 18 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. 16 watching. Oh, it's 4 times more than I was expecting. Got to be happy with that. Uh, who have we got? I don't want to miss it. Alan's in saying hello to James. Good on you. We got it made Nigel look better, says Brian. Ooh, be careful. It was a catastrophe. Oh, good one, James. That's good. Free Alan. Oh gosh, don't go there. That was so funny. Actually, we could have a free James. How about we have a free James? If anyone was watching that. And yes, no, we won't do that. We won't do that. Southwest Modeler. Doing great. That's good. I'm not so nervous now. Probably you can notice that my voice, I'm actually talking more. Gave the show a shout out. Thanks, Nigel. I've heard that from the guys that came across to say hello and popped in. Thank you very much. Um, what else? We got Ice Queen and Scully Models. Definitely have a look at their live stream. I watched it during the week. Unfortunately for me, it's right on about 5 a.m., which is when about the time when I go to work. And for those who know, I drive a truck. And yeah, I'll get to that, Jeff, mentioning my trip. So I drive a truck from Sydney to our capital at Canberra. I head down our coast, down the south coast of New South Wales. It's a regular run. It's good. But what I do is I have my phone up on the dash and I put it onto their live stream, and they because they read out the chat. It's great. I know what everyone's talking about, and I can drive. I'm not going to get fined for using my phone, which happened to me a few months ago. 5 points and $380. Yeah, not good. So yeah, every morning, but I can't obviously chat back because I'm driving, but I do watch it every morning. It's a great laugh and it helps pass the time away. Uh, okay, Nigel says, get your stickers in a couple of days. Yeah, yes, looking forward to that. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Jason says thank you. Um, that's fantastic. Um, my trip, Jeff, you mentioned. Um, yeah, so as some of you may know, if you watch our Aussie modelers live, which by the way will be going live, we're actually going to start streaming that live rather than putting the recording up. It was just easier that way to do it in a like a podcast you could watch, because we figure, well, you know, people can don't need to actually watch us; they can just listen to us in the background, you know, so while they're working on their models. But we're going to do it live, so that means that people can come into chat and chat to us, and we can just throw out more banter into the comments. But anyway, um, what was I saying? My trip. So, the end of next month, is that right? No, it's only May still. All right. Um, well, I'm going overseas to Thailand for about 5 weeks. I'll also be spending a week in Cambodia. Um, for those who don't know me, before COVID, before COVID, I used to travel a lot, at least once a year for a month or so. Um, my last trip was uh, 2019, and it was into Africa. So I went saw the mountain gorillas in Uganda, in Africa. I saw the Maasai warriors in Tanzania. I spent a few weeks. I spent about 5 weeks over there. Went to um, Kenya, Nairobi. Spent quite a bit of time there. Went through the Serengeti National Park. Um, in fact, the whole trip was mostly intense with all the wild animals around. Worried about cats, Nigel. Jesus, I could tell you some stories over there. Or hyenas at night. Oh, anyway, I survived. Um, also went to Rwanda, um, and the genocide memorial over there. So fantastic place. But anyway, I used to take trips every year. So I've been stuck here, Australia locked down from the rest of the world. We were prisoners in here. We weren't allowed to go anywhere for 2 years, pretty much. Now that we're opened up, I'm getting out. So going over to uh, Africa, Thailand. Um, I will be doing some YouTube videos over there. I mentioned it in one of my videos, but I've got these little kits. They're little wooden kits. I think it's pronounced Rock, the brand. Um, and you just put them together. So my plan is to do one of these builds. I've got a race car, I've got a steam train. You might just see the steam train of one I built just as a practice one. It's sitting there in front of my USS Kitty Hawk. So I'm going to go over there and do a model build live from my hammock on a nice tropical island in Kolan or somewhere. Uh, so that should be fun. And then of course I'll leave the kit over there at the place I'm staying. I was hoping to pick up a few of these because they're quite cheap, maybe a dozen or so, and hand them out to some of the kids. I might get some local kids around. We could do our own little YouTube video of a group build with some of the kids around there. That should be fun too. Uh, what else have we got? I better catch up on chat, you guys. What have we got there? Sounds like fun trip. Yeah, it will be, mate. Looking forward to it. Also, whipping over to Cambodia for a week. I've been to these places a few times before. Cambodia, haven't been there for a good 15 years. Be interested to see how that changed. I'm going more to the south, so I'll be flying into Phnom Penh. Siem Reap up north is where Angkor Wat is. That's the most popular touristy thing. I've done all that. But I want to go down to the south place called Kampot, which is like an expat area. It's on a river. There's a couple of islands down there that are nice too, so I want to go and have a look at that. So 7 days, then back to Thailand and maybe go up into the mountains. Whatever. I don't book anything. All I have is my first night's accommodation when I arrive, and then I go. Oh, one thing about that though, I got a really good airfare, $850 flying Qantas direct from Sydney to Bangkok and return. So $850. But then the travel agent said, oh, but it's mandatory to have travel insurance. Oh, okay. And how much is that? That was $750. I'm like, what? Oh. Anyway, I found a loophole in that. And because you need COVID insurance, I can get insurance through Alliance Alliance or something, which has the insurance you need, and it worked out at about less than $300. So there you go. But you know, they're all promoting going overseas. Go to Bali, go to Fiji, do all this. Take your family now. We're all opened up. Hell, man, it can cost you thousands of dollars of insurance. You know, even mine for $300, including vehicle insurance, because I plan on hopping on a motorbike over there. That's why I have, you see, pointing in the right direction. Motorbike jacket there, that's my means of transport. I got a Suzuki B-Strom 1000, which I get around on. It's only a 2-year-old bike, bought that brand new. 3 years now, yes. Gosh. Yeah, they do, mate. They get you on insurance every time, but you need it for some places, and particularly over there, it's not the best place to be riding a motorbike. But it's okay. It's not as bad as you think. Once you're on the road, even in Bangkok or the bigger major cities, it's like being with a flock of birds. You know how they all fly together and they never hit each other? That's what it's like in the traffic. You just go with the flow and you get through. It's good. And probably, you know, a bit of luck. I'm sure it has a bit of luck involved. So what else we got? Chat. I've gone through all my list. I've finished my list here. What have I got here? I was going to mention Nigel and his Lancaster. Fantastic build, mate. That's looking so good, eh? Like, you know, we did the recording, us Aussie Modelers Live, and we were talking about it. The detail you go into is just fantastic, mate. Keep up the good work, you know. It's like I mentioned before, I don't need to be, I've never built a plane. You don't have to be an aircraft. You don't have to have built an aircraft. You know, 90% of what you're talking about there can be related to anything you're making with plastic. Now, I've taken so many tips from what you've told me and applied it to what I do. It's helped me out so much. Let me just see what else we got. And talking about Lancaster build, oh, we've also got the Mosquito build from Steve at the model shed. Again, he had a bit of a problem with some paint issues, or not paint, but cleaning the surface before painting it, but he's fixed that up, and he put up a video about that, so that's good. Safe travels, bro, when you go. Thank you there from Rascals Hobbies. Yes, thanks, mate. What else we got? I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Talking about a museum. Okay, that'd be cool. The de Havilland. Okay. What else we got? Scale model news. I love a trip to Africa. You guys can fundraise to send me there for my birthday. Well, all right. It's actually not too bad. All right, so I went with a group called Intrepid, and you can get them from the UK. They're all over the world. They're fantastic. You can choose your level of comfort travel, and you'll find that even like I went with the cheaper one where you're staying in tents. It's the best way to experience it. They look after everything too, which is really good. The World Expedition was another one too that was a really good travel company. They're the first ones I ever traveled with. Um, my first trip overseas was an Everest expedition, actually, um, in Nepal. So we summited two mountains. It was 6 weeks, 6 hard weeks of walking through the Himalayas. We summited two mountains, went to base camp. We went up with onto the ice wall of the base camp, and then we returned. Now that was 6 weeks, but actually I didn't come back for a year because I ended up meeting a guy in Kathmandu in Nepal, and he invited me to his house, and his wife met his wife and his baby's christening, and I just stayed extra. And then I thought, oh well, I don't really want to go home, so I bought a ticket and went to India. I rang up, quit my job back here, and I spent a year. I spent about 5 months in India, and then I actually went from India and flew to the UK. I flew to London. It was the funniest thing because it was about 45 degrees in India when I left, and stupid me not thinking about the weather, jumped on a plane to London, and it was winter. And all I had was a pair of sandals, my shorts, t-shirts, and I'm at Heathrow Airport looking outside, wondering why everyone's looking at me funny, and it was snowing. And I thought, oh no. Anyway, I managed to get on the train that takes you into, uh, where was it? I ended up in Earl's Court, where the usual backpackers do. But I met a couple in India that actually said to me, oh, you're going to the UK. Here's the keys to our house. You can look after it for a couple of weeks till we come back. Oh, excellent. So I stayed in Blackheath, Greenwich, near Greenwich, and I was babysitting the house, and it was fantastic. I jumped on the train every day, went into Charing Cross, walked all over London. Fantastic. Well, that was just the beginning of my time. I think it was longer than a year I was away because I was in the London in the UK. Also went up into Wales and Scotland. I know I'm getting off subject, but then I flew over to the US and I flew Boston. Yeah, I got out of the stories I could tell you. I should be doing a travel channel, I swear. I jumped out of it, got off the plane in Boston, the airport, walked obviously at the airport, that's where you get planes to, walked out into the street with my bag to find the backpacker hostel I was staying at, not in the best part of town, and went across the road and straight up nearly got hit by a car. Yeah, didn't think you drive on the wrong side, on the opposite side of the road. So, yes, first lesson. And then, of course, when I picked up a rental car, it took me about 15 minutes to figure out how to get out of the car park. Yeah, anyway, stories, lots of stories. What do we got? We'll catch up on chat there. Uh, there are, what's this? Scale model news. They get you on travel insurance every time. Yeah. They drive like nuts all over the world. Yes, especially the Asian countries. Uh, what do we got? Safe travels when you go. Yep. Needs to recover now. Yep. Am I behind in chat? I must be. Nigel says, I've driven in Turin. I didn't know where that is. That was fun. Okay. I haven't been to Europe other than the UK. I don't think. Oh, what am I saying? Yes, I've been to France. I went to France. I went to Morocco. That's not Europe. Well, yeah, North Africa. France. That was it. Yeah, I flew to France and I went to Nice, Marseille, Paris, all that. Yeah. They drive crazy over there too. What else we got? What's this? Nigel. Olivia is my local pub's new barmaid. She's a beauty. Oh, very good. What's this? Alan says, along the Amalfi coast is a test, also especially with the big tour buses. Yeah, actually, I was planning to do a trip to Italy with a girlfriend that became an ex, and the trip was cancelled. We were going to rent a camper van and drive through Italy, just Italy, because there's just so much I could see just in Italy. Brian Windmill's got to go. Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming. If you haven't already gone, I don't know how far behind I am in chat. Great stories. Thanks, Jeff. Um, what else? Yeah, I am going to videotape the tank build. That should be fun. And when we do the live stream, we'll be bringing them out on the Aussie Modelers live channel for the live stream and having a look at each other's progress and where we're at. So that should be fun. Let me just go check. We got 17 still watching. Fantastic. Thumbs up, everybody. 21. Good. I just gave myself a thumbs up. I hope I'm allowed to do that. That's all right. Alan says, Nigel, did you play up your cat injuries to generate some sympathy? Yeah, I don't want to go back talking about that again, but is the cat story the best you could have done? I mean, I could have thought up some more heroic, like you saved an old lady from being mugged or something. Anyway. Yeah, so the tank build. Yes, we're going to build the tank and show our progress. It should be interesting. Just moving the chat across. That's good. What else have I got to speak of? What have I got here? Got Ron. He's painting the hull of the Rodney at the moment and doing a good job of it. He also made a trip to his local hobby store and recorded that. He, I don't know about dissected, but he put on the macro lens and we checked out how many eyes a spider has that he's found. That was quite interesting. I like these tangents Ron goes off and certainly creates some interest. It's more than just the model ship when you're watching Ron's channel, but again, that's great. I will be putting all links after the stream of everybody for everybody who might come across this live stream and watch it. Although I don't know many people come back and watch live streams when they're not live. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, just in case, the links will be there. But Ron's classic. He comes on at about 8 o'clock our time here, which is I'm usually still driving at work for that. And I click on his thing and I'll watch it when I get home. Sometimes I'll watch it if I'm stopped. Depends on how long it goes for. Yeah, his clockmaking is right. You're right, and his pens as well. Oh, there is Ron. Sorry, mate, I didn't know you were even there. He's sneaking in behind there. Anyway, there he is. G'day, mate. How are you? Excellent. I thought that was quite funny. I think you got a comment, someone who might not have been happy about you and your spider. I think there was a comment there about don't kill any more spiders. It's not like there's a shortage in the world, you know. Anyway, I think that we did end up uh, discovering there were 8 eyes, wasn't there? There was 8 eyes. Excellent, excellent stuff. Southwest Modelers heading off to bed. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Excellent, excellent. And that's great. Who's this? Ron just got out of the shower. Missed the beginning. Oh, that's all right, mate. You didn't miss. Well, actually, you missed the whole thing, mate. You know, like we've only got another 5 minutes. Another one late to the show. Oh, it's all good. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it's fantastic. So, like I was saying, yeah, I'll watch him if I can, if I'm having a break. Otherwise, I'll come back and watch it when I get home. Always, I haven't missed an episode. Hey, and then so what else we got down going on? Nigel's good. There's John Alex modeling. Hope you're well. Yep. Um, yes. Nigel says, hope you got dressed, Ron. Now he's probably just in a towel, but that's okay. Before he starts recording, I'm sure he'll put on his Greyhound shirt. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the dancing girls have gone home, sorry. Oh, James. Thing. Yes, that's it. That's it. It's quite a time commitment, this YouTube stuff, isn't it? Oh, gosh. You know, before I was when I first started this, it was during the peak of COVID here, where I left my job um, due to COVID. So I quit work and I moved down to Sydney, although I didn't come here. I originally came from Queensland where I was living. I actually came down to Sydney just for a week to visit my son. And then they shut the borders and I couldn't go back. Literally, that's what happened. They closed all the borders and you couldn't go back. So I moved into an apartment in North Sydney that my father had. And then the tenants in here moved out, so I came and babysitted here, and I've got stuck here ever since. I haven't gone back. I ended up getting a job, but during the whole 12 months, I wasn't working. Um, then that's why I took up modeling. I was watching actually a totally unrelated channel because I was into computers, and he was building the Bismarck. I thought, oh, I'm going to build a model ship, and that's it. I got hooked, and I've been addicted since. But now that I've started work, full-time work, it's cut into my modeling time, which really sucks. Um, so yeah, I've like Nigel knows. I used to put out a video every couple of days, and like that Kitty Hawk, I built that 1/350 scale Kitty Hawk there in less than 3 months, and that's with the XM um, photo etch kit. I mean, people take a year or more to build that, but I had 8 hours a day, no problem, and I was doing 8 hours a day. It was a good way to save money too, because while I was in here building models, I wasn't going out wasting money. I don't drink, so there's a good way to save money. I don't smoke, so I don't save money. Um, have to run. Take care, everyone. Uh, thanks, guys. Thanks for White Glove Models. Good one, mate. Thanks for coming. Um, we'll be wearing a different shirt today. Oh, okay. All right. That's going to put everyone off. All right. Yeah, so that's how I ended up building and now it takes up, I'm trying to find time. Like, just work sucks. It really does. You know? So I took a year off. I wasn't in a great hurry to go back to work. I was enjoying it, my time off, because what happened was when COVID came out and all this started up, I had a plan and I had already um, booked to ship my motorcycle over to the UK, to London. Um, it was ready to go on the cargo ship. It would have taken 6 weeks to get there. And then I was going to fly over there, jump on my bike, and spend about 2 months riding around Europe. That was the plan for 2020. But of course, when all this broke out, I had to cancel all those plans, and yeah, it never happened. Maybe, maybe it might still possible next year. We'll see. Things have opened up and everything's okay. I still want to do that. I was planning to go through 15 countries. I had it all worked out, all mapped out, from the UK going up through um, uh, remember now, like up into Holland, um, Denmark. I was going to go across, come down through Germany, go to Austria, go to Slovenia, down into Montenegro. I was going to put the bike on a ferry, go to Italy, all the way across Italy, come up. Yeah, so do a loop of all the Western Europe. Maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see. There. I'm glad I had to. I'm glad I got out of. I didn't lose any money, and I cancelled all the bookings, of the shipping and everything. But could you imagine if this COVID had hit 2 months later? My bike would have been gone over there into the UK. They would have grounded the flights, and we're not going to be able to go anywhere. Or worse, I'd have been stuck over there and not be able to get back, which probably not too bad. I mean, I could have come and stayed at your place, Nigel. I'm sure you would have taken me in, or any of you guys, I'm happy on the couch, you know, we can go for a pint, maybe I could try this drinking thing. Yes, Nigel's got his name in blue. He's my moderator. He's got things under control. Yeah, let's not time out Alan, please. Oh, that was funny the other day. um, we got? Hi, Nigel, James, John Alex Scalemodeling. Hello, how are you, buddy? Good to see you in. Miles, kilometers do I have on my bike? All right. So, like I mentioned before, when I bought it brand new, and I was actually the first person in Australia to register the bike, this Suzuki B-Strom 1000. I also have a trailer that hooks up and a tow bar. I had it custom built. So what I did was I did a ride around Australia. It was 15,000 kilometers, and I raised money for Kids Cancer Foundation. So that was great. So I ended up straight up quite a few kilometers on it. Since then, I've ridden out to Western New South Wales, and it's a off-road touring bike, so that's what it's for. Now all it gets to do is to work and back, which is literally 8 minutes to work and back. Oh, we got Jason's in. Hello, Jason. Model kit stuff, mate. Great. Glad you could come on. Fantastic. Excellent, mate. Model kit stuff, mate. You're a busy guy, hey? And you've got your new work area all set up. Fantastic, mate. You're going to see some real quality stuff coming out of that, I'm sure, eh? Storage, like you wouldn't believe. It's going to make things so much easier. Fantastic. So yeah, all up, I think I've got about 70,000 kilometers. Don't know that in miles on the bike. I'm not too concerned. It's fine. I mean, if I'd have gone to Europe, that would have been quite a lot on there as well. But that's what they're for. They're for using it. Yeah, we're looking forward to the unboxing and the building of the workbench and storage unit of mod kit stuff. So another channel, get down there and watch mod kit stuff. And his tool tips are fantastic. I love your tool tips, mate. Keep them coming. All right, when you first started talking about doing um, tool reviews, and I thought, gosh, is there that much? Like, really? I mean, you know, you got your knife and nippers, sprue cutters. You know, I can think of half a dozen, but you just brought out stuff I didn't even know existed. It's like, wow. And you costed me a fortune. I'm buying all this stuff that I know I'm going to use, but I just never thought about it. You know, a lot of time there's alternative ways to, you know, bend photo etch or, you know, get by. But you got to have the right tool for the right job for the job, and that's what I've sort of learnt to get things done properly. Like if you've been watching my video of this, the rescue search and rescue ship here, the photo etch comes in the brass, just the gold brass stuff, but there's also 3 sheets of the steel photo etch, and that stuff is it's impossible to bend. Even the little marks where the bend points are, try and get a nice straight sharp bend on that without bending the whole thing out of shape is impossible, even with the proper Master Tools photo etch bender. It's really difficult. Um, yeah, what's this, Nigel? Riding my bike in Germany, surely it's right-hand drive. Listen, I've driven a car in the US, so it doesn't take long to get used to it. Once you sit in the seat and you figure where the mirror is, and yeah, your coordination comes pretty quick. Although I got to tell you, one thing though. There was a time when I was driving into New York, and well, I came down into New Jersey, and I was a bit lost. So I pulled over on the side of the road, and I got out, and I thought I've got to get a coffee. So I went and had a cup of coffee. I came back to the car, which was a Pontiac convertible that I'd rented, beautiful car. And I went and I got in the car and I sat in it, and I realized I just got in the passenger seat. I'm like, okay. So I just sat there to pretend like I was waiting for the driver. And then I quietly got out, make sure no one's looking, and got back in the correct side of the car. It was the funniest thing. Oh, um, what else? Oh, and also, so riding a bike, yeah, it will be different though, because riding a bike on the other side of the road, I mean, the way you corner, you take that line. Yeah, I want to make sure I stay on the right side of the road, that's for sure. Uh, I drove in Las Vegas, says Andrew. Okay, yeah, I can imagine traffic wouldn't be too good over there. I I was up in Canada driving from, I drove from Bangor, Maine, across the border heading towards, I don't know if it's Quebec or Montreal that comes first, but I didn't realize that Canada is really, really French. I mean, they have their own currency. I mean, it was like being in another country. And because I slept in the car at a lot of the times, I woke up real early one morning, hopped in the car, headed down the road, and then suddenly realized, oh shit, I'm on the wrong side of the road. That was the first mistake. You can get right-hand drive bikes. No, you can't. Hey, how does that work? Yeah, do you still throw your leg over from the left to the right, or do you have to get on the bike the other side? Anyway, yeah. So I was driving along. The joke. um, yeah, and it was early in the morning, and there was this thing up the front. I thought it was like a toll thing where you pay a toll, or maybe a truck stop. I didn't see anyone around, just a couple of cars. So I just drove straight through. I slowed down, but I didn't see stop signs or anything. I just kept going. And then I look in my mirror, and there's lights flashing, and there's four-wheel drive coming after me. I get pulled over, Border Patrol. It was crossing into Quebec, into Canada. Quebec, Canada, I don't know. Anyway, they pulled me over, and they walked up and they said, you just drove through the border. check. And when I told them I was Australian, they thought it was the funniest thing. So I followed them back and then gave my passport. And then they said to me, just to give you a tip, when you leave, because I told them I was not coming back this way, I was going to come back in through Michigan, Niagara Falls that way. They said, when you leave and go back into America, just make sure you stop for their border, otherwise they'll come out shooting. So I took that advice and I did make sure I crossed the border into the US and stopped. Yeah, great experience over there. All right, where are we going with chat? Well, it's been an hour already, but it's okay. I'm not going to stop yet. Andrew has to go. Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in. Mind a friend you on Facebook, of course, no problem. All my videos have a little link to my thing on Facebook where you can catch up on a bit of the real me as well as the YouTube me. Sometimes I'll post pictures on Facebook that haven't got on the videos yet. It's like being a oh, you know, Patreon. Come to my Facebook and see stuff before the others subscribers do. So yeah, thanks for coming, Andrew. Excellent. What else we got here? You have to drive like a madman and a bully to get everywhere, anywhere driving in America. Yes. Coming into America to New York, I stopped on the side of the road. It was getting dark and there was no way I wanted to go fight the traffic in Manhattan on Manhattan Island looking for my hotel at night time. I just wasn't confident to do that. So I pulled over and a rest area there, and I thought I'll just stay in the car and I'll get up in the morning and go head into New York. And I woke up and it was the middle of the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I hear this tap on the window, and I hear my name. Someone saying my name, and it caught me by surprise because I don't know anyone here in America. Who the hell knows me? Anyway, it was a police officer with his hat on, trooper hat, whatever, knocking on the window. He knew my name because he'd done a rego check and seen where the car was rented and knew who I was. Oh, it freaked me out. I thought I wouldn't know where I was for a second there. Anyway, he's just saying, oh, I'm just checking up, making sure everything's okay, and you're okay, you can stay here. I said, well, yeah, thanks for waking me up. Yeah, and then I went into New York City safe the next time. All right, what are we going down? What are we going down here? Chat. Photos. All my models are on my photos. Yes, I'll check that out. Anyway, now until next, what do you got, Jason saying? Now until next Sunday, but we'll catch it when I can. What's that for? Oh, part 10, Bank Build, Monday. That's, yeah, Nigel's modeling bench. Part 10 will be coming out Monday evening. All right, good. Which side did you get on the bike? That's inside over there. Which side do you get on the bike? Yeah. Well, I stand on the left side and throw my right leg over. Yeah, because your kickstand is on the left side and your bike's leaning that way. I'm surely that's the same everywhere. It's like your clutch and brake. They've got to be the same on a bike, eh? They wouldn't be changing that. Yeah, I think the controls of a bike aren't different, aren't reversed like on a car. That would really throw you out. Imagine that. You'd hit the clutch instead of the brake. That's dangerous. I mean, your brake pedals and clutch on a car is still the same. You're just sitting on the wrong side or the other side of the car. Peter, ModKit stuff. Is there a kit you would like to build but feel you're not ready for yet? Oh, yes. Straight away, something comes to my mind that I would love to build. Love to build. There's two things stopping me. One is, yes, I'm definitely not ready for, because I'm not going to just build out of the box I need to add photo etch, at least some. You can't build a ship and not have railings on it, right? There's certain things you need to have. Um, and decks. I think the wooden decks look great. You can do a good job painting. All right, so the one ship, well, model kit, and it is a ship, is the Titanic. I know everybody's building the Titanic at the moment. I would love to build the Titanic, but working full time now, that'd take me like 5 years. And not only that, the other reason is I don't have the space. You know, it's going to be like the cabinet my TV sits on, that's 5 foot long, right? That would fit the Titanic perfectly. But what's it going to be? Build the Titanic or have a TV? I've got to watch Netflix. I can't. Yeah. So yeah, the Titanic would be fantastic. I would love to build the Titanic, but I don't think I've got the skill to do that. Especially watching Nigel's channel with what he did to the hull. Oh man, I'd mess that up straight away. You know, but I wouldn't do that. You know, like I say with my videos is if I'm happy with it, that's good. You know, if I buy the photo etch kit and I don't use it all, I'm not going to use it all. You can get loads of shelves behind you. Yes, I know. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I know I could. And up on that, behind the lounge there, could also put an idea. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe. We'll see. My father owns the apartment, so maybe he'll let me drill the holes in the wall, put shelves up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, everybody mentioned that. Yeah. Um, yeah. I was see that this shelf here, I was going to turn it so it run like, oh, I can't coordinate, can I? Where are we? There. I was going to get it to run that way across the lounge, make it like a room divider and stick out across that way. Then I could move the table down a little bit. Oh, I don't know. Um, what do we got here? Yes, we were talking about that yesterday on Bachman Models live stream about that. Nigel, which is this Peter? The 1/200 Titanic is not good, buddy. Yeah, you need 1,000. Yeah, I know. I know it's expensive. Yeah, I don't think anyone builds it straight out of the box with no um, extras on it. But you're right. Yeah, the Pontos or whatever you decide to go, and just every part can pretty much be replaced with aftermarket stuff. But hey, you wanted to know what was my, Jason wanted to know what was my kit that I would love to build that I'm not ready for. That's it. That's it. I'm not even sure I'm ready for this tank. Anyway, you don't know till you try. All right, so uh, what else we got chatting? Uh, guys watching the football. I don't follow sports, so I can't really comment on football. Uh, Ron's going. Yep, feed the birds. Yes, I'll be watching your video in a few hours. Good one. Thanks for coming. All right. Uh, maybe I should send all my Titanic stuff to you, Peter. At least it would get built. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I know you've put that on hold, and that's going to be a long, long project, isn't it, mate? But yeah, but see, I can only build one model at a time, and to focus a YouTube thing for the Titanic, I just do nothing else. It's too much. And I can't, I don't have the coordination to be doing. I mean, it's hard enough building this tank now. Where am I going to do this? I'm going to have to bring out a separate little map, keep it all in a separate little place. Um, yeah, and these, well, this is the this goes into the stash, which it is the stash because I don't really have a stash. I have a Airfix Saturn V rocket in there that I haven't started. I've got my MiniArt truck that I will definitely be doing after this ship's done. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Thanks to watching Jeff Donahue's channel and the inspiration from his building of the MiniArt truck. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I have another Japanese ship down there, Chikuma or something, Mikuma, Japanese cruiser. Had that for a while, but that's it. That's it. In fact, I shouldn't have done this, but my cupboard, I have like a big sliding wardrobe, and I used to keep all my boxes from my models. Does anyone else do that? Do you keep all your empty boxes? And I can't throw out things like even the sprues that with stuff still on them. I keep thinking maybe I could use that for something else. So I got a stack of boxes of all these models I've built, taking up so much space. So about a couple of weeks ago, I actually went through it all and I threw them all out. So now I've got space to start building up some real kits. But yeah, I don't know if you guys keep your models, your boxes. I mean, some of the artwork on the cover is really good. I will admit I did cut the tops off and kept them flat. I do have those kept in there. I don't know why. I'm probably going to throw them out anyway. I was even talking about throwing out some kits just to make room, but I don't want to do that. It'll be in the dustbin somewhere in Gloucester soon. Yeah. Searching the bed for us, Nigel. They're looking for your Titanic, James says, huh? Oh, that's good. All right. How are we going? 15 watching. Fantastic. Oh, this has been great. All right. Um, where are we? Oh, good. Oh, good. So today I will open up this. Well, I've already done the unboxing, but I'm going to open up this tank and start on it. Yeah, recycle the empty beer cans. Keep the empty boxes. Good thinking. Okay. I think that's all. Did I show that? Yeah, I think I showed that. I bought one of these things. It's a third hand tool. You never know when you need a third hand, and really handy. Pardon the pun. I I've already used it. I bought it yesterday. Unfortunately, there's a model shop I go to for my paints and everything. He doesn't have much in the way of kits, but he has a good range of paints. But unfortunately, due to COVID and the way businesses have suffered, he's not doing too well. He's down to just opening on a weekend now, um, and it's been hard for these places to keep going with all the lockdowns and everything we've had. So I was in there the other day looking for some paint, which he didn't have what I needed, but I grabbed this anyway. So uh, they're good for holding little photo etch pieces or plastic parts you're trying to attach photo etch to. That's what I was using it for the other day. The magnifying glass I don't need because I have my goggles. Um, but yeah, just you know what it's like when you're tying yourself in a knot trying to hold something at the right angle. And then of course you're trying to do it for the camera as well. So you got to be in the right position. It's a struggle sometimes. Um, yeah, take the lens off. Yeah, I will. I will take that off, Jace. I don't need that. In fact, maybe I can replace it for another one of these. So we call them alligator clips. I don't know what you call them, but another one. So yeah. Have you done a tool review of one of these yet? I think you probably have. Yeah. hobbies for my, say, nearly here. He's got a Lang. Oh, I just got another Lancaster coming. Number 2. That's good. Apparently, um, Jason from Aussie Scale Modeler, he's got his order and he's just found out that it'll be another up to 2 months before it'll be get shipped to Australia. I think he said about 6 more weeks. So yeah, that's disappointing having to wait so long. What else we got? That's it. That's it. I'm getting close to the end here, guys. Been going an hour and a half. It's half an hour longer than I was expecting. Alan doesn't get many kits finished, so the boxes are still got half finished models in them. Yeah, it's quicker than my new car. Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I've got to have my breakfast. I didn't even, I was so preoccupied with the stream, I forgot to open my can of Coke for my caffeine hit, my no sugar Coke. I already had a coffee before I came on. Um, but thank you, Andy. I missed you earlier. Hello from Nottingham. G'day, mate. G'day, Nottingham. I know Nottingham from Robin Hood was from Nottingham. Is that right? Yeah. Oh gosh, fantastic. 4 months to wait for a new car. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? It's like most places here. If you want to buy a bed in a furniture store, they got them all on display. Oh yeah, but you got to wait until it'll be delivered in the next 8 weeks. Oh, I need a bed now. You know, a lot of these furniture stores have got this problem with the shipping. All right. Um, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm going to wrap it all up here now. So, because, it's the weekend and other people, well, it's getting later, I guess, over there in the UK. So, you probably got your Netflix movies to watch tonight. Um, yeah, there's some good stuff out there at the moment too. Thanks, Jeff. Yes, we'll see you next time. Thank you for calling in, Nigel. Um, See you later. Final tractor video. That's amazing looking tractor, isn't it? That looks really good. I'm looking forward to the weathering you deal on that. So thanks, Jace from Model Kit Stuff. I will keep an eye out for your video. And everybody else, thanks. We'll have to go out sometime, Nigel. That's good. We will. Yeah, I'll be there in about 18 hours. I think that's about the flight time, maybe longer. Yeah, but who knows? Might get over there on my bike into Europe next year and be couch surfing. All right, guys. Thanks, John. John Alex Modeling. Thanks for coming, and Alan. Look at that. You made it through without getting uh, blocked or anything. Timed out. It won't happen on my stream, mate. Yes, James. Thanks, James, for coming in. We'll see if Steve's fixed his problems on his plane. I'm sure he has. Very, very detailed build that is. It's great. All right, guys, I got to go. Keep babbling on. Thank you for sharing my first live stream with me. And hit that thumbs up, as we got to say that. If you're not subscribed, but I think you all are, subscribe. Hit that notifications bell so you get notified. And excellent. All good, mate. All have a great weekend. Enjoy your night. And again, thanks for coming on. And as soon as I figure out where the button is to stop this stream, I'll be gone. Stop streaming. That should do it, hey. Thank you. And as for the screen, I'll figure that out. We need to get a bigger screen happening. I'll talk to Nigel or somebody give me tips on how to get a bigger screen up. All right. Thanks, James. Thanks, everybody, and anyone I missed. Have a good weekend, guys. And I'll see you I'll do this again in another month. All right. Bye.